Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be shining a spotlight on my most recent watch purchase with this Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. So this is essentially a series where I shine a spotlight, on my personal purchases. I've previously done similar videos. The most recent of which, on my Chrono Tokyo Toki, I think the IWC Mark 18 Le Petit Prince, as well as the Tech Heuer Monaco CAW 211B. So today I'll be showing off a more affordable purchase, the Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. So let's have a look at it. So when the Tissot PRX first came out earlier this year as a quartz model, it was met with near universal acclaim, right? Reviewers praised the finishing of its case and bracelet, the low price point, I think at about 500 Singapore dollars. It was quite possibly the best value for money integrated bracelet sports watch, that was on the market. Naturally, when news broke that Tissot will be introducing an automatic variant later this year, it was such a highly anticipated release that for once, can you imagine there was and might possibly still be a waiting list for the PRX Powermatic 80, especially this blue dial model, which has since been immensely popular. In fact, the PRX being such a popular and being so hyped actually put me off the watch at first. It seemed like every collector I knew was getting one. I didn't want to appear mainstream by sort of following the crowd. However, I kept seeing fabulous photos of it on Instagram, which gradually persuaded me to actively look out for one. My friends at H2 Hub were able to allocate me my desired blue dial model, and I was literally sold the moment I saw this in the matter. So for one, let me bring this closer to the camera. The blue dial is eminently striking, right? And it, let's see if I can see it. I can show it to you guys. It morphs, under different lighting conditions. So under more direct light, it really shines and shimmers. Under not so direct light, it's more muted. Some might find the tapestry pattern to be too akin to, of course, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, which is arguably the most iconic Swiss integrated bracelet sports watch out there. But I'm personally fine with that. I feel that if a brand can be known for a particular dial pattern, but I don't think it's fair to say that they own the same pattern, and to accuse other brands of using similar patterns or textures to be mere homages, I think is simply being unfair and disingenuous. That would be akin to, let me give you an example, right? That would be akin to labeling every dress watch with guilloche dial as like knockoff Breguets, or like any dive watch with a sandwich dial to be like Panerai copies. For what it's worth, I appreciate Tissot in this instance bring such a beautiful tapestry dial to the masses, and I can finally own a tapestry dial without forking out an arm and a leg, for it, like I would, with the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. So it really is a very lovely dial, and you can see that it really captures the attention, especially under good lighting conditions. I think it's definitely one of the most gorgeous dials I can think of under the $1,000 Singapore dollars price point. But actually, where the PRX Powermatic 80 really shines, like its quartz, a younger sibling, is really in the finishing of its case and bracelet. So on the front, it's very simply satin brushed, but you can see just how well each individual link of the bracelet is brushed, and how it reflects the light. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. And then on the sides, you have polished facets and polished flanks. You can see the polished sides of the bezel. You can see the polished facets of the case. So it really is a very nice touch. I really do like sort of this juxtaposition between the brass surfaces and the polished surfaces. It's really a sight to behold, like I said, especially if you're wearing this out on your wrist under the sunlight. Really, it's a very beautiful bracelet. Reminds me, of course, of the Royal Oak's bracelet, but also of something like the Vacheron Constantin overseas bracelet. It's easily, I think, the best bracelet that I've seen at a sub 1,000 Singapore dollars price point. I would say it's comparable in quality to the pricier Maurice Lacroix Icon. Though, of course, still somewhere off, the aforementioned Royal Oak or even the overseas. Now, just to talk a little bit more about the bracelet actually features a butterfly deploying clasp, which can open by pushing the side buttons. And I really love how integrated the clasp is, so you don't really even see it. It really results in like a seamless aesthetic, which I really like. And of course, the engraved, Tissot branding, is a nice touch as well, and it really elevates like the entire look and feel of the watch. Now, of course, another highlight is the Powermatic AT movement beating within. Sharing the same base architecture as an ETA 2824, the movement has a reduced bit rate of 3 Hz, which allows it to double the power reserve to a staggering 80 hours. It also has a Novachrome Redden spring, which offers increased timekeeping accuracy as well as higher resistance to all sorts of things like magnetism, temperature fluctuations, and even shock. In other words, it's a very impressive and technically impressive movement, and perhaps one of the best I think you can find under 1,000 Singapore dollars. The icing on the cake, as you guys can see, there's even like an exhibition case back, so you guys can admire, which I think the movement is actually quite nicely decorated. You can admire the movement in its full glory. Now on the wrist, the watch is really nice to wear. Like I said, you can see the bracelet is phenomenal. Really very seamless look due to the integrated lugs, of course, and it's also very thin as well. So despite the automatic movement that we saw beating within, the case remains very slim at just 10.9 mm thick. That's actually only like 0.5 mm thicker than the regular quartz PRX. I have no idea how Tissot managed to pull that off, but the end result is a watch that wears just fabulously, on the wrist. And overall, I really do like my Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. There's a lot of hyped watches on the market currently, but I think this is one that definitely deserves the attention. It's undoubtedly, the best integrated sports watch under the 1,000 Singapore dollar price point. It looks good, it wears very comfortably on the wrist, and it's powered by a very impressive movement to boot. Above all, I like what it represents, right? That a well-made integrated sports watch, a Swiss one like that, doesn't have to cost more than your child's university education. It should also be noted, that Tissot, of course, has a very long history and reputation for reliability, so I don't really feel like, and a very rich watchmaking heritage, right? So I don't really feel like I'm settling for less by buying like a cheaper alternative. The PRX Powermatic 80 is definitely, I would say, Tissot's best offering in recent memory. And if the rumours of like a smaller 27mm models are true, I won't be surprised if the PRX becomes an icon for Tissot in its own right. Alright, so that's all for me for this video. Let me know what you guys think about the Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. Do you guys like it? Do you think still think it's a homage or the Royal Oak? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, if you like the video, do like it, of course, to share around and to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao!